Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video, we're gonna talk about some favorite books that I have read this year. Now, I've seen videos like this floating around, people talking about their favorite books of this year thus far, people talk about every single book that they've read this year, and I'm not going to talk about every single book that I've read this year because I feel like we'd be here for days. So I've listed in my Black Panther notebook just some favorites that I have given 5 stars to over the last couple months. So I've maybe about 15-ish books to talk about. So without further ado, cheers, let's hydrate. Be sure that you've hydrated. Ooh, yes, get the water. And yes, let's talk about some of our favorites. Now, they're not really in any order, but the first one that I have listed here is The Maid by Nita Prose. This was my first real dip into like adult murder mystery, because I've read young adult murder mystery before. I've read like young adult thrillers before, but this is my first like proper like adult ones, you know what I mean? Like this is real. And this was the Introverted Reader Book Club pick for the month of August. And I was thoroughly impressed with this. I loved it. I have a review of this on my channel. But it's basically about this young lady called Molly. And it started to rain. Sorry if you can hear that. But it was sunny 5 minutes ago. But it's this woman who works as a maid in this really fancy hotel, and one day when she goes in to clean a room, there's a dead body in there, and chaos ensues. So again, if you want to hear more in-depth thoughts about why I love this so much, go watch my review. But all in all, I thought it was great. I thought it was really well written, and I'm very much excited to read the sequel, because I do believe there is a sequel, so I will be getting to that very soon. So I thoroughly enjoyed this, and as well, I do love the neurodivergent representation in here. Even though it's not said outright that Molly is neurodivergent, it's very obvious. But yeah, loved this. It's so good. The next one is a middle grade. Ooh, sorry, my nose is itchy. Why does my nose choose to be itchy every time I am filming? Anyway, so I have Show Us Who You Are by Elle McNichol. This story is beautiful. It's beautiful. Do I have a review of this on my channel? I'm not sure. I can't remember if I made it a book club pick or not because it's been a while. But this is basically a story about our young wee girl, Cora, who meets this young boy called Aiden, and they become best friends. And it's like Our World, but it's like Our World, but like holographic technology exists, and basically Aiden, his dad, is like the chairman of this corporation that can make holographic images of like deceased people. So like if someone you know in your family passed away, they can make an image of that person and you can go and talk to them. It's like they're still here, and it's kind of creepy, I won't lie, but this is one of the most beautifully written stories about like grief and family and friendship. It got me in my feelings. Like it's beautiful. And don't let the fact that it's middle grade overtear you, because it's just the themes in here are just universal for everybody. And I think that everybody should read this, honestly. I think this is beautiful. So 5 full stars for this one. I adored it. And Elle McNichol is just auto-by-author for me. I think she's coming out with a young adult book pretty soon, so I shall be getting into that. Anyway, so the next two, part of the same series, and that's Frostheart 1 and Frostheart 2. Now you're probably wondering, why not the third one? I just didn't like the third one as much as these two. Fourth one was good, but I ended up giving it 4 instead of 5. But these two, especially this one, I would say this one is my favorite in the series, but it's basically about our main character, Ash, whose parents went missing years ago, and he is what's known in this world as a song weaver. Not everybody trusts song weavers because they believe that they're the ones that are attracting these monsters that attack their villages and their tribes. And, you know, he basically goes on this journey to all across these frozen plains to try and find his family and just his purpose in the world. And it's beautiful. It has the found family trope in here. I love the found family trope. Like, if you have that, it's beautiful. Now, I definitely still think that this is my favorite throughout the whole trilogy. Like, the first one was great, but this even better. I mean, the third one is great, don't get me wrong. I just didn't like it as much as these two. Anyway, the next two, part of the same series, and I finally finished this series, you guys. So we've got volume 6 and 8 of Heaven's Official Blessing. Now, my journey of reading this series has been that and then some. Like, out of all the volumes, only volume 5 was one that I really, really didn't like. And these two gave me what I wanted, especially this one. I just finished this one the other day, and I actually had tears in my eyes. Like, 800 years? 800 years. If you know, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop before I start crying. But these two are 100% my favorites in all the volumes that I've read. Do I think that I might have to reread this again in the future to fully understand? Because I don't want to, like, I'm waiting for the live action version of this to finally drop. But, like, I love it. I love these two. I love these two so much. I love these two so much. I love them. But yeah, if you know, you know. And yeah, I'm so happy that I finally finished this series. I think I might take a break from novels like that for a while, because I've been reading Heavens for a while and I need a break. Anyway, the next one, The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Marcus Shiro. This, a Nico D'Angelo adventure. This, you guys, this was the most wholesome, the most beautifully written. You know how much I love Percy and the Percyverse. You know how much I love Percy and the Percyverse. And listen, the Percyverse itself, it goes up and down. You know, some books aren't as great as others. Do you know what I mean? But this, amazing. Start to finish, could not stop. I love Nico D'Angelo and Will Solis so much. I would gladly read a whole series about them. I gladly would. Like, if this got a sequel, and they turned it into like a trilogy or a series, I'd be 100% here for it. Like, 100,000% here for it. I want more of them, because these two boys are wonderful, and I will fight to the death for the two of them. Because this I don't really want to give away too much, but they're, you know, prophecy, demigods, heroic quest. If you have read the Percyverse and you haven't read this yet, get up on it. Get up on it. And I need to get into Marcus Shiro's work as well. Like, I don't know what books they have. Well, I need to look into their books, basically, and see what else they've written, because this was great. If you haven't read this, get up on it. If you haven't read any of these yet, get up on it. The next one, you knew she was going to show up. The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Miss Shannon Chakraborty. Mother. Like, every single book that I have read by this woman has been a 5-star. Like, I'm not kidding. The entire Daevabad trilogy, every single one of them 5 stars. This, 5 stars. River of Silver, even though it was a short story collection and not every single one was a 5-star, but the overall vibe was a 5-star. Okay? But this, Lady Pirate, score of a lifetime. There's magic, there's comedy, it's dramatic, it's wholesome, it has the found family, it's beautiful. Like, basically, this Amin Al-Sarafi was a pirate, but now she is middle-aged now, she has a daughter, she just wants to settle with her daughter and her mom and her family and just live in peace. But then this old woman comes to her and says, my granddaughter's been kidnapped. I know who you used to be. I know who you are, said out loud. And I need you to help me find her. And if you find her, I will... She basically offers her a life-changing amount of money to help find her granddaughter. And at first, Amina's like, but that money would change everything, but do I really want to go out there again? Like, it's a dangerous life, you know, but then she ends up doing it. And y'all. Get the audiobook for this. Like, if you're able to get a physical copy, like, this copy that I have is beautiful, but get the audiobook for this. It's so good. I loved it. If you love pirates, if you love adventures on the high seas, get this, okay? So, I've got 2 more physical books to talk about, but I've got some others that I read on my Kindle that I'll go through in a wee second, but the last 2 physical books I want to talk about first. Throne of the Fallen. Kerri Maniscalco. Kerri Maniscalco. The way this woman, like, she is another author that just has me by the throat and is just like, you will love and enjoy everything that I've written. And I'm like, yes, mother, yes, I will. This is kind of like a spin-off series that she's doing, adding on to, like, the Kingdom of the Wicked. Like, there's Kingdom of the Wicked, where, like, back here, do you see her? She's right there. That follows one of the demon princes, but this one is like a spin-off sort of one night, I almost said one night stand, but oh, Envy would be proud. This follows Prince Envy, and the love interest in here is a painter called Camilla, and she is in a little bit of trouble, and someone's out to get her, and then her and Envy end up crossing paths, and they end up having to work together, and they, listen, if you love yourself a good, I almost said juicy, don't say juicy, if you love yourself a good, like, just steamy, fun time romance, then read this, just, look at all these tabs, are you kidding? Like, I got the Waterstones edition with the stenciled edges, but I completely ruined them with all of my tabs. Look at all these tabs. Look at them. If you enjoy good paranormal romances with, like, demon daddy princes, just read this. Read Kingdom of the Wicked and then read this. Okay? Just do it. And the last physical book I want to talk about is one I read recently, Girl, Goddess, Queen by B. Fitzgerald. This, listen, a lot of Greek mythology retellings that I've read, I have not enjoyed. This one I loved. This one didn't make me feel like I was sitting here reading a dusty textbook. It was so good. It was easy to read. It was easy to follow. It was funny. It was wholesome. It was sweet. It was everything. I love the main character. Like, she is, okay. Now, she goes by the name Corey at the beginning of this. It's a Persephone and Hades retelling. And she's Demeter's daughter. And Demeter creates her to be the perfect little girl. And she wants her to obviously get married. And Zeus is in this as well. Zeus is a douchebag. I'm just letting you know now. He is horrible. Anyway, so they want to find her, like, a good match or whatever. They want to force her to marry, like, Hermes or something, who's technically her cousin, but ew, they're Greeks, whatever. But then she's like, nope, not having that. So she opens up the earth and jumps down into the underworld, flat in front of Demon Daddy Hades. And he's all like, excuse me, who are you? What are you doing here? And she's all like, oh, I'm going to stay here. And he's like, no, you're not. What? What's happening? And she's like, oh, I need you to give me protection from my parents because my parents are forcing me to get married and I don't want to get married. I want to live my own life. So she makes him take a vow of hospitality in order to, like, you know. So this is great. I love this. And I have her other book, which I think follows the Battle of Troy, which I'm super excited about. Okay, so those are all the physical books I own that I want to talk about, that I gave 5 stars to. Other ones that I gave 5 stars to that I don't own. Finn Jones Was Here by Simon James Green. It's a middle grade. It's a beautiful story about this poor boy who loses his best friend. And then his best friend left him, like, letters and stuff so that he could follow, like, a treasure hunt type of thing. It's gorgeous. I think I talk about it in one of my videos. I can't remember if I have a review on it or not. I don't own it anymore. I gave it to my friend because her son loves to read. So I was just like, here, I'm not going to read this again. Take it. So, and other ones, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Amazing, gorgeous, 5 stars. The Forgery of Magic series. I finally finished it, guys. The Forgery of Magic series by Maya Motain. The first book called Nocturna. guys, you need to get on this series. I don't hear anybody talking about it. It's like you've got a shape-shifting thief, you've got a prince, you've got forbidden magic, you've got romance, you've got drama. Read the Forgery of Magic series. You will not be disappointed. Other ones, Belladonna and Foxglove. Like, they're just, honestly, they're like, the books like that remind me why I fell in love with young adult fiction in the first place, because they're so much fun and they're so over the top and so dramatic, but I don't care. I'm having a great time. And basically, Belladonna follows our main character Sigma, and she basically has the ability to see ghosts, and every other family member that she's ever been put in the care of have died in very mysterious circumstances. And then she ends up going to this mysterious uncle's house, and he's like really creepy Moors. And it's just, oh, if you love creepy gothic settings like that, you'll love Belladonna. So I think that is all I have to talk about with you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit rambly, just me gushing over my faves. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I've mentioned, whether it was recently or you read them before I did, or if, like, I love getting comments from people who say like, oh, I read this based on your recommendation. Like, that makes me so happy. Anyway, I love you all. I gotta go, I've got things to do, but I'll see you guys at the weekend for my next video. I upload every Tuesday and every other Saturday. All my socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, down below. I love you guys. Bye-bye.